Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Ripple. I'm your host, and tonight we're dimming the lights and turning the spotlight onto a story that has captured Hollywood's attention. We're talking about one of the biggest stars on the planet, Brad Pitt, and his romance with the talented and beautiful jewelry executive, Ines de Ramon. It's a relationship that started with a whisper, a rumored sighting here and there, and has blossomed into something truly special right before our very eyes. We've been following every development, every hint, every public appearance, and now we're putting it all together for you. This isn't just a recap, this is the complete definitive timeline. We're going to take you on a journey from that very first moment they were spotted together, sparking a million questions, all the way to their most recent adventures. You'll see how their connection grew from a rumored fling to a serious, supportive partnership. We'll look at the key moments, the romantic gestures, and the milestones that have defined their love story. So if you've been wondering what's really going on between these two, you've come to the right place. Get comfortable because we're about to press play on the love story of Brad Pitt and Ines de Ramon. We'll explore every chapter, from secret dates and birthday celebrations to European getaways and red carpet debuts. This is the inside story, the full picture you've been waiting for. Let's dive in and see how this incredible Hollywood romance unfolded, moment by moment. Our story begins in November of 2022. The air in Los Angeles was buzzing, not just with the usual Hollywood energy, but with the sound of a rock legend. U2's Bono was in town for a concert, and the audience was packed with stars. But it wasn't the performance on stage that ended up making the biggest headlines. It was two people in the crowd, Brad Pitt, looking as cool and charismatic as ever, and alongside him, a woman many didn't immediately recognize, Ines de Ramon. They were seen chatting, laughing, looking incredibly comfortable with each other, alongside famous friends like Cindy Crawford and Randy Gerber. The cameras started flashing, and the internet went into a frenzy. Who was she? Were they just friends, or was this the start of something more? The sighting was subtle, just a moment captured in time, but it was enough to ignite a firestorm of speculation. It was the classic Hollywood mystery, a new face next to one of its most iconic leading men. People started digging, discovering Ines was a successful jewelry professional, recently separated from her actor husband. This wasn't just a casual night out, it felt significant. This was the first breadcrumb, the first clue in a story we were all about to become invested in. Just 1 month later, in December, the story got another major chapter. It was time for Brad Pitt's 59th birthday, a milestone that is always a big deal in Hollywood. And how did he choose to celebrate? Not with a massive star-studded blowout, but with something far more intimate. He was spotted once again with Ines, this time celebrating his special day in Hollywood. The pictures showed them looking relaxed and happy, getting out of a car together, clearly enjoying each other's company. It was a confirmation that the Bono concert wasn't just a one-time thing. This wasn't just a casual friend you invite to a concert. This was someone he wanted to share a personal milestone with. Sources close to the couple started talking to the press, confirming that they were, in fact, dating and that things were going well. They described Ines as sweet, fun, and energetic, and noted that she and Brad had a great energy together. The birthday celebration was a clear signal to the world. It moved their story from the rumor column firmly into the romance column. The quiet whispers were becoming a much louder and much more exciting conversation. As the world counted down to a new year, Brad and Ines were escaping it all. They decided to ring in 2023 not under the bright lights of Hollywood, but under the warm sun of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. This wasn't just a quick trip. It was a romantic getaway, a classic move for a new couple wanting to deepen their connection away from prying eyes. Paparazzi photos, though taken from a distance, captured exactly what everyone suspected. This relationship was heating up, big time. They were seen lounging by the pool, looking incredibly relaxed and affectionate. The images spoke volumes. Ines was seen sunbathing topless with Brad reading beside her, a picture of pure vacation bliss and intimacy. It showed a level of comfort and trust that you just don't see in a casual fling. This trip signaled that their bond was solidifying. Choosing to spend a significant holiday like New Year's Eve together, especially in such a romantic setting, is a major step in any relationship. For Brad and Ines, it was a clear statement that what started in the fall was now a serious winter romance, and they were ready to start the year together. If the New Year's trip was a statement, what happened on Valentine's Day was a headline. On the most romantic day of the year, Ines was photographed in Los Angeles carrying a massive bouquet of beautiful pink peonies. And who was the sender? None other than Brad Pitt. It was a classic, grand romantic gesture, and it was perfectly timed. While Brad himself was in New York City filming his movie Wolves, he made sure his presence was felt all the way back on the West Coast. This wasn't a private text. It was a public display of affection. The image of Ines smiling, holding that huge bouquet, was everywhere in an instant. It was sweet, it was thoughtful, and it was very, very public. This gesture showed a different side of their relationship. It wasn't just about fun nights out or exotic vacations, it was about genuine, heartfelt romance. It demonstrated that even when they were separated by an entire country, they were still very much on each other's minds. For fans following the story, this was the confirmation they were looking for, that this was more than just a good time. It was turning into a real love story. As winter began to thaw, Brad and Ines took their romance international once again, this time to the city of love itself, Paris. Brad was in the French capital for the César Awards, France's equivalent of the Oscars, where he was set to honor director David Fincher. While they didn't walk the red carpet together, what happened after the show was even more telling. The couple was spotted out and about in the city, attending an official after-party dinner at the legendary Fouquet's on the Champs-Élysées. They were seen talking with friends, looking like a true power couple. Eyewitnesses reported that they were clearly very much a pair, sticking close to one another throughout the evening. This trip was significant because it showed them navigating a high-profile industry event together. Even though they kept their official appearance separate, their presence together at the dinner was a sign of their growing confidence as a couple. They were no longer trying to hide in the shadows or escape to remote locations. They were in one of the most visible cities in the world, during a major awards event, and they were together. Their relationship was becoming a comfortable public part of their lives. One of the keys to a strong relationship is supporting each other's passions, and in April, we saw a beautiful example of this with Brad and Ines. Brad has become increasingly known for his passion for art, particularly his own sculpting work. He had an art exhibition at the Gagosian Gallery in Beverly Hills, a very personal endeavor for him. And who was there, quietly and supportively in the background? Ines de Ramon. She was spotted at the event, showing her encouragement for this creative side of his life that means so much to him. This wasn't a glamorous movie premiere or a fancy party. This was something more intimate and personal. Her presence there spoke volumes about the depth of their connection. It showed that she wasn't just interested in the Brad Pitt the movie star persona, but also in Brad the artist. It signifies a partnership where both individuals are invested in what makes the other person tick. Seeing her there, appreciating his work, was a quiet but powerful moment that demonstrated the supportive foundation they were building for their relationship, away from the glitz and glamour of the red carpet. As summer arrived, Brad was hard at work in Europe, filming his new Formula One movie. But it wasn't all work and no play. The couple managed to carve out some quality time for another romantic European vacation. This time, they were spotted enjoying the beautiful, relaxed atmosphere of the continent, proving that they could make their relationship work, even with a demanding filming schedule. Paparazzi captured them looking completely at ease, enjoying the simple moments together, a world away from the pressures of Hollywood. These candid moments are often the most revealing. Seeing them relaxed, laughing, and just being a normal couple on vacation showed how comfortable and secure they had become with each other. It demonstrated that their connection wasn't just for show. It thrived in the quiet moments, too. This summer trip solidified their status as a globe-trotting couple, seamlessly blending work, travel, and romance. It was clear that after more than 6 months together, their bond was stronger than ever, and they were experts at finding time for each other, no matter where in the world they were. By late summer, their relationship took another significant step forward, moving from a private romance to something more integrated into their lives. Reports began to surface that Brad had started introducing Ines to his inner circle. While details were kept private, sources close to the star confirmed that Ines had met some of his close friends and family. This is a huge milestone in any relationship, but especially for someone as private as Brad Pitt. It's a clear sign that he sees a real future with her. Introducing a new partner to your closest confidants and family is an act of trust and a declaration of seriousness. It says, "This person is important to me, and I want them to be a part of my world." For Ines to be welcomed into that exclusive circle indicates just how much Brad values her and their relationship. It moved their story beyond just a celebrity pairing and into the realm of a genuine, committed partnership. This wasn't just about fun and romance anymore. It was about building a life together, surrounded by the people who matter most. After nearly a year of dating, the moment everyone was waiting for finally happened, though with a classic Brad and Ines twist. In October, they made their first major public appearance as a couple at the LACMA Art Plus Film Gala in Los Angeles. This is one of the biggest nights on the Hollywood calendar, and their presence together was a massive statement. However, they chose not to walk the red carpet hand in hand for the cameras. Instead, they posed separately, but were reportedly inseparable inside the event. Sources from inside the gala described them as being super loving, laughing, and joking with everyone around them. They were seen mingling together, looking happy and completely at ease in the high-profile setting. While they sidestepped the traditional red carpet photo op, their joint attendance was the official, albeit subtle, confirmation the world had been waiting for. It was their coming-out party as a legitimate Hollywood couple, done on their own terms. It showed they were ready to be seen as a unit, but they were still going to protect their relationship and define it for themselves. As 2023 came to a close, marking over a year since they were first spotted at that Bono concert, all signs pointed to one thing. Brad and Ines were not just surviving, they were thriving. Sources close to the couple provided updates, confirming that they were going very strong and that Ines makes Brad very happy. They celebrated Brad's 60th birthday together with a trip to Paris, bringing their love story full circle back to the city of love. It was a year filled with milestones, travel, and a deepening connection. Their relationship had weathered the intense public scrutiny and had emerged stronger and more solid. They had successfully navigated the complexities of dating in the public eye, finding a balance between private intimacy and public appearances. From that first rumored sighting to celebrating major birthdays and holidays together, they had built a relationship on a foundation of mutual support, fun, and genuine affection. By the end of the year, there were no more questions or speculation. Brad Pitt and Ines de Ramon were, without a doubt, one of Hollywood's happiest and most solid couples. And there you have it, the complete journey of Brad Pitt and Ines de Ramon, from that first spark at a concert to a solid, loving partnership. It's been incredible to watch their story unfold, seeing them build a connection based on shared joy, mutual support, and a whole lot of romance. They've managed to find happiness in the spotlight, all while doing it on their own terms. We followed them from LA to Cabo, Paris to the French countryside, and it's clear this is a special bond. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive and for letting us share their timeline with you here on The Ripple. Now we want to hear from you. This is where the conversation really begins. What are your thoughts on Brad and Ines as a couple? Do you think they have what it takes to go the distance? What was your favorite moment from their relationship timeline? Head down to the comments section below and let us know everything you're thinking. We love reading your perspectives and creating this community where we can all talk about the stories that captivate us. Your voice is a huge part of what makes The Ripple so special. And finally, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on all the latest celebrity relationship news and timelines, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are always working on the next story, the next deep dive, to bring you the content you love. You won't want to miss what we have coming up next. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.